Am I the asshole for telling my mom that it hurts seeing my younger siblings get opportunities I never had? I, 26 female, recently made a post in another subreddit about something I've been struggling with emotionally, and after reading the responses, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It made me realize I had been carrying these feelings around for years, and I felt like I needed to tell my mom. For context, I'm the oldest of three. My siblings are about 5 and 7 years younger than me. We grew up lower middle class. We always had what we needed, and we weren't miserable by any means. But bigger financial decisions were difficult. As I've gotten older, I've noticed that my siblings have been given opportunities I never had. For example, I had to switch to a public high school because private school wasn't financially possible. My siblings were later given the choice between public and private schools. When I got accepted into a university in another city, I commuted every day. It became exhausting and affected my studies so much that I eventually dropped out. Renting near campus was never presented as an option. Part of that was financial, but part of it was also my mom's very unhealthy attachment to me. Whether intentionally or not, I was made to feel incredibly guilty for even considering living away from home. Years later, my siblings have been told that if they study in another city, renting there is an option. After I dropped out, I had to give up the field I had always dreamed of pursuing because it simply wasn't realistic anymore. Instead, I enrolled in a different program closer to home so I could work and study at the same time. I ended up enjoying it and don't regret where life has taken me, but it wasn't the path I originally wanted. What makes it especially painful is that my youngest sibling is now pursuing the very field I had dreamed of. My parents are fully behind her, both emotionally and financially. They encourage her to focus only on her studies, reassure her that they will handle everything else, and never make her feel like she's asking for too much. When I was in her position, I was told to be understanding, that certain things weren't possible, and that I had to make compromises. So while I'm genuinely happy that she gets to chase her dream, it's hard to not grieve the fact that I had to let mine go. I don't resent my siblings. I genuinely want them to have better opportunities than I did. I also know my parents' financial situation improved over the years. I understand people mature, parents learn, circumstances change. Before talking to my mom, I already knew there wasn't a solution. I wasn't expecting an apology, money, or for anyone to fix the past. I knew none of that was possible. I think I just wanted to share how it feels, to let her know that while I'm happy for my siblings, there's still a part of me that grieves what I didn't have. I chose to talk to my mom rather than my dad because while he's always been loving and caring, he's also passive. He's never really been a parent who handles these kinds of conversations, so talking to my mom felt more natural. The conversation didn't really happen. As I started explaining how I felt, she got upset, walked away while I was still talking, and has basically refused to speak to me since. She won't discuss it at all. Now I'm wondering if I crossed the line. Maybe this was something I should have kept to myself because nothing can be changed anyway. Maybe bringing it up only made her feel guilty over things that were outside her control. On the other hand, I don't think children, even adult children, should have to bottle up difficult feelings forever just because there's no practical solution. So, am I the asshole for bringing this up at all and wanting to have that conversation with my mom?